Okay, let's get out of here. But first, I'm going to go back in the water since, well, I could easily ride my bike over that ramp you saw there, but if I do that, then I could possibly encounter a whole bunch of wild Pokemon that'll interrupt me while I'm trying to ride over that ramp, and I don't want to deal with that. So I figured I might as well make it a little easier on myself by using Surf, so that way I can make it to the exit a little bit quicker. And it worked out just fine because I made it out without encountering anything. Well, that's strange because usually when I'm trying to exit a cave, I encounter one or two wild Pokemon first. But not this time. Now, my next destination is the southernmost area of Route 204, but before I go there, I'm going to heal first since Gastron really needs it, and especially because of what happened towards the end of the last video where that one trainer's Staraptor got a critical hit on me with Takedown, and that was very unfortunate. Now, on Route 204, if you recall, there are some patches of water in the area, as well as items that you can only get if you have to move Surf. Okay, before I start surfing, I'm going to put Torterra up first, so that way I have the upper hand against those water types, because I'm bound to run into a few of them eventually. Okay, looks like I have to go on land to grab this. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that way before. Back in Generation 1, I'm pretty sure you were able to grab items on land while you were surfing. I don't know why they changed this in future Pokemon games. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Well, it is what it is. I'm not going to bother fighting this Starly since it's only at level 6, and odds are I'm not going to gain a whole lot of experience points off of fighting such a low level Pokemon, so I'm not going to bother fighting that. Okay, wild Pokemon coming to me one after the other. Okay, I'm not going to fight this thing either since, well, I already explained why. Okay, there's another item in the area, and it's past this patch of water here, so I'm going to grab that item, and then I'll move on to my next destination. Alright, what do we have here? It is an HP up. Okay, I'll be sure to use that on my future team members in the post-game. Okay, where to next? Oh, how about Route 209? I was going to go to Route 208 first, but then I just remembered there was something on Route 209 that I can grab now that I have Surf, so I'll go grab that item first, and then I'll make my way to Route 208. Now, as for this item on Route 209, I'm not really sure if a whole lot of people know that you can grab this item, but if you don't know, then I'll be more than happy to show you how to get to this item. Okay, you want to start surfing past this rock. I'm not really sure if it would cross too many people's minds to surf over here, since I'm not really sure if too many people know that there's something over here. Okay, so that item that I was going to grab, but first I have to deal with the Psyduck. Oh yes, Torterra is holding the Lucky Egg so that way it can gain some experience points a little bit faster. And also, I do want to make it to Route 213, that's near Pastoria City, since, well, once I start surfing there, I'm going to be dealing with a whole bunch of trainers who use water types, so yeah, that's going to benefit Torterra a lot. But it all depends on what I do right now up until that part. Okay, we've got a Hyper Potion. In the original games, this would have been the TM for Giga Drain instead. But I'm pretty sure I got that TM a long time ago, so it's no surprise that the item I just picked up is different from what it's supposed to be. Okay, with that done, let's go to Route 208 since now that I have Surf, I can now fight that one trainer that I couldn't get to before because I didn't have Surf back then. And while I'm getting to that trainer, I want to come back to that Delphox event that I was talking about last video, even though I did a piss poor job at explaining something about that event. Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there. It's about one of the moves that the Delphox can possibly have, and that move is actually Magic Room. Believe it or not, I mistook it for another move entirely. I mistook Magic Room for a move called Wonder Room. So what Wonder Room does is, it swaps the defense and special defense of all Pokemon for 5 turns, whereas Magic Room makes all health items lose their effects for 5 turns. Gee, I'm not surprised I mixed those two moves up because, seriously, when was the last time anyone's ever used those two moves? If anything, I'm more of a Trick Room type of person since I guess that could either work with me or against me. Usually against me since whenever somebody else uses Trick Room, they usually follow it up with the move that involves flinching. Yeah, I've been a victim of that so many times. But yeah, I'm mostly a Trick Room user. And as for Magic Room and Wonder Room, well, I have to admit, I guess Wonder Room can help me out in the long run since, well, there are some Pokemon out there that have pretty good defense or special defense, and if I swap them, then maybe I can have the upper hand against that particular Pokemon, depending on what it is. As for Magic Room, Well, I don't think it's going to matter that much if my held item loses its effects. Well, it all depends on what it is, actually. Maybe Shell Bell or Leftovers. I mean, if that gets disabled, then I don't think it's going to matter that much since those two items can only give you so much HP back. But if it's something like, say, a choice item, then does it really matter since you're facing a 7-star Pokemon and you want to be able to switch in between moves, so I don't think it's a good idea to equip a choice item to your Pokemon while you're facing a 7-star Pokemon, since I'm pretty sure that Pokemon will make quick work of you in a matter of seconds. Yeah, I don't really use the choice items that much since, yeah, sometimes my strategies could either work with me or against me. Okay, next destination. Oh, how about Route 214? I do have a list of all serving locations right now, since every now and then I tend to forget about some of the locations where you can use surf, so I might as well put up a list where I could use surf up until this moment. Okay, on Route 214 there is a patch of water here that I can surf on, and at the end there is an item that I'm going to grab. So let's go grab that item, and then I'll move on to my next destination. Alright, what do we... Okay, I was about to say what we have here, but it looks like I have to deal with this wild Psyduck again. So yeah, as for Magic Room, I don't think it's a very good move in general. But as for Wonder Room, well, I guess that could be sort of troublesome depending on what Pokemon is using it. Well, good thing that 7-star Delphox didn't have Wonder Room, otherwise I think that thing would be a lot more dangerous than it is currently. Okay, we've got a rare candy. I'll be sure to use that on my future team members. You know what? I think it's time. Let's go to Route 213. Oh, but before I go there, I have to do two things in Pastoria City first. Well, first off, I want to go heal, since Gastron lost a little bit of HP from that Gyarados. Well, just in case I want to use Gastron against some of those Water-type trainers, I might as well have Gastron at full HP. Oh, there's a clown here today. I'm not going to fight that clown right now, since I just want to make it to Route 213 right now, so yeah, I'm not going to bother fighting that clown. Okay, one thing I want to do in Pastoria City is I'm going to reteach Razor Leaf to Torterra because I did say I was going to do that. Why? Well, look back at part 57 because I said exactly why I wanted to reteach Razor Leaf to Torterra after I got the HM for Surf. Okay, and I saw a patch of water to the right of this house, so after I'm done reteaching Razor Leaf to Torterra, I'm going to surf on that water to see if there's something there, and then I'll make it to Route 213. Okay, now if I were to encounter two trainers at once using water types, I now have the upper hand, so that way I could damage them at the same time with Razor Leaf. Okay, there's bound to be something over here, so let's go see what that item is. Oh, we got a little Torchic over here. Okay, but before we deal with that Torchic, here's a Mystic Water, just in case you want to put that on any of your water types. Alright, what's up with this Torchic? It wants an old Gateau, huh? Well, I just so happen to have one. What is the old Gateau supposed to be anyway? Was it ever revealed? Oh, okay, it turns out that Torchic was really a Mew in disguise. Gee, no surprise. I've been seeing stray Pokemon all over the place. It looked extremely happy, huh? Yeah, it certainly did. Is that going to lead to something? Well, yes. But you'll find out later on in the game. Okay, no wild Pokemon interrupting me. Okay, let's go over to Route 213 and start fighting those water-type trainers. Hold on. There's one more thing that I want to do before I go in the water. I want to put the Wise Glasses on Gastrodon so that way maybe I could have Ice Beam do a little bit more damage, since I took note of the fact that that Ice Beam I did on that Gyarados a few minutes ago did quite a bit of damage, so I might as well have Ice Beam do a little bit more damage thanks to the Wise Glasses. Okay, where is that first trainer? I believe she's supposed to be right down here. Okay. Well, I guess I'll get that trainer as soon as I'm done fighting this wild Tentacool. Now, moving on to something else. A few videos ago, I was talking about how you could transfer Hisuian Pokemon to Scarlet and Violet. Although there is one Pokemon that I didn't mention, and that Pokemon is Hisuian Gudra. Yeah, I'm not really sure why I forgot about that Pokemon. I mean, after all, I did use that thing in Legends Arceus and worked out for me very well. Okay, how in the hell is she swimming like that? I mean, yeah, sometimes I swim every now and then, but I don't think I could swim like that. That's just impossible. Anyway, about Hisuian Gudra, yeah, it did help me out a whole lot in Legends Arceus, as well as its signature move, that being Shelter. Back in Legends Arceus, I believe that's supposed to raise your defenses, and also it'll make it hard for opposing Pokemon to hit you. I was actually thinking, is Shelter going to have the same effect as it did back in Legends Arceus? If so, then that would be pretty cool. I mean, if Shelter were to have its original effect in Legends Arceus in Scarlet and Violet, does that mean, in addition to getting a defense boost, could it possibly raise evasiveness as well? If that were to be the case, then I don't think that's a good idea. And there are 3 reasons why I think this is a bad idea. 1, the evasion boost is unnecessary because Hisuian Goodra is already as good as it is. 2, sharply raising defense and having amazing special defense in general is enough to make Hisuian Goodra a pretty formidable opponent. Oh, bounce? Oh, great, this is gonna suck. And 3, if Shelter did raise evasiveness, then Hisuian Goodra would be broken. I mean, think about it. You're dealing with something with a lot of defense. Oh, come on, not paralysis. Great. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to fly back to Pastoria City to heal off this paralysis because I don't want to continue while Torterra is paralyzed. Gee, that had to happen. Well, it's all thanks to that tailwind that Mantine was able to paralyze me with bounce. Okay, as I was saying, you're dealing with something with a whole lot of defense, thus making it hard to take down, right? And knowing that your attacks will miss because of the evasion boost along with your moves not doing much damage, that's enough to make people rage quit, pull their hair, or both. I mean, if I were in a scenario like that, I would resort to using one-hit KO moves or Parasong or Destiny Bomb because I guess that's the only way that could end that kind of torture. I mean, I was down that road a whole bunch of times where a certain Pokemon was raising its defenses to the point where I couldn't do much damage to it. And just when I thought I had it on the ropes, it uses a move like called, I guess, Rest or something like that. Yeah, that means I have to damage it all over again, and yeah, as soon as I had it on the ropes again, it uses Rest. Yeah, all this happened back when I was playing around in the Battle Subway in Black and White. Yeah, that was a pretty horrible experience that something like that would happen. I guess I can name a few Pokemon that were doing that little strategy. Let's see, there's Steelix, Registeel, Glaceon, Umbreon. Let's see, what else? Shoot, I don't quite remember all the Pokemon that were doing that little strategy. Oh, Ferrothorn. Yeah, I guess the majority of the Pokemon who were using that kind of strategy were Steel types. Yeah, and we all know that Steel types have some pretty good defense, so yeah, I'm not surprised that I see that kind of combo coming from Steel-type Pokemon. Okay, looking at the time I have, I'm not really sure if I could fight another trainer. There is one trainer here that has 3 Gyarados on his team, and I don't think I could take down 3 Gyarados in the amount of time I have, so I know who this trainer is, so I'm going to go near that trainer, but I'm not going to fight that trainer in this video since I'm probably going to go past 15 minutes if I try fighting that trainer. Wow, there are a lot of random encounters while surfing. Well, you should count your blessings that this is not the Hoenn region anymore, otherwise I think I would have the same feeling of being overwhelmed like I did back in Emerald 386. Not to mention the fact that I stupidly said I stupidly said that a route's name was a different route's other name. Like say, okay, maybe I could have worded that better. Okay, I believe that trainer is right over to the left, but I'm not going to fight that trainer right now. I'm going to wait until next time. So next time, more surfing around. So, see you next time.